To which of the following groups do those bacteriophages that integrate their DNA into the chromosome of the bacterial host belong? Virulent viruses, lytic viruses, lysogenic viruses, non-parasitic viruses. Lysogenic viruses is the answer. Which group of microorganisms cause disease known as athlete's foot? Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, viruses. Fungi is the answer. Choose the one which is different from the others. Genetically modified organisms, genetically engineered organisms, pathogenic organisms, transgenic organisms. Pathogenic organisms is the answer. What is the advantage of using HEART for treatment of HIV? It gives lasting immunity to HIV. It prevents mutation of HIV. It prevents reinfection by HIV. It helps us to break the life cycle of HIV. It helps us to break the life cycle of HIV is the answer. In what way does retrovirus differ from other RNA virus? Their genetic material is RNA. They copy RNA to DNA. They are parasitic. They are smaller in size. They copy RNA to DNA is the answer. If a new anti-HIV drug is to be developed to prevent the virus from entering the host cell, which one of the following processes should be the drug target? Reverse transcription, binding GP120 and CD4, integration of viral DNA into host DNA, assembly of viral parts into whole virus. Binding GP120 and CD4 is the answer. Which of the following groups of bacteria consists of rod-shaped? Gram-positive, Bacillus, cocci, Spirella. Bacillus is the answer. Which of the following is true about protozoa? They are a group of bacteria. They are one-cell plants. They represent both plants and animals. They are unicellular protists. They are unicellular protists is the answer. Which of the following do viruses share with the cell? Cell wall, cytoplasm, nucleic acid, protoplasm. Nucleic acid is the answer. Choose the characteristics that viruses share with living things. They are made up of many specialized cells. They contain genetic materials. They reproduce by mitosis. They contain chlorophyll. They contain genetic materials is the answer. Which stage in the life cycle of HIV inhibited by the antiretroviral drug known as integrase inhibitor? Conversion of viral RNA to DNA, replication of the viral genome, insertion of the viral genome into host genome, release of viral progeny from the cell. Insertion of the viral genome into host genome is the answer. What is the difference between HIV and AIDS? AIDS is the virus and HIV is the disease. Both AIDS and HIV refers to the disease. AIDS is the disease and HIV is the virus. Both AIDS and HIV refers to the virus. AIDS is the disease and HIV is the virus is the answer. What does the absence of chloroplast in unicellular organism indicate? Reproduction by sexual means, autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, complete lack of metabolic process. Heterotrophic nutrition is the answer. What color do gram-positive bacteria stain with gram stains? Red, pink, purple, white. Purple is the answer. Among the following organisms, which one belongs to the Prokaryotes? Paramecium, Streptococcus, Spirogyra, tapeworm. The Streptococcus is the answer. What is the process called when two bacteria directly contact cell to cell and exchange their genetic information? Conjugation, transformation, co-transformation, transduction. Conjugation is the answer. Which of the following features makes human T lymphocyte cells more vulnerable to HIV attack? Presence of cell membrane, DNA on chromosome, CD4 on membrane surface, DNA on the chromosome. CD4 on the membrane surface is the answer. And which of the following ways retroviruses differ from the other RNA viruses? Their genetic material is DNA, their genetic material is RNA, they copy RNA to DNA molecule, they copy RNA from DNA molecule. They copy RNA to DNA molecule is the answer. Which of the following groups of microorganisms does not contain parasitic members? Bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa. Algae is the answer. Which one of the following is the smallest of all? Red blood cells, viruses, bacteria, protozoa. Virus is the answer. Which of the following is the routine method used by clinics to test people for HIV infection? Microscopic examination of the virus, counting the number of white blood cells, testing for human anti-HIV antibody, measuring the amount of antibody. Testing for human anti-HIV antibody is the answer. The T lymphocyte cells of AIDS patients are destroyed by multiplication of HIV inside the cell, development of immune system, the immune system of the host organism itself, the CD4 receptors on the cell surface. Multiplication of HIV inside the cell is the answer. Which stage of the life cycle of HIV is disrupted if AIDS patients are with drug that has a protease inhibiting activity? Entry of the virus into the host, conversion of viral RNA to DNA, integration of viral DNA into host DNA, assembly of viral parts into whole virus. Assembly of viral parts into whole virus is the answer. One of the following is true about bacteriophages that have lysogenic life cycle. They are RNA virus. They integrate their nucleic acid into that of the host. They have both RNA and DNA. They have retroviruses. They integrate their nucleic acid into that of the host is the answer. Which of the following type of cancer is known to mostly develop in AIDS patient? Cervical cancer, stomach cancer, capsule sarcoma, breast cancer. Capsule sarcoma is the answer.